What's up, guys? So, yeah, you guys ever wonder, you know, what's all the steps in Amazon and how to get it started? And honestly, like approximately how much you think it's going to cost you? I'm not going to be able to give you exact numbers because it's going to vary from person to person, but I'm going to give you a general idea. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm going to jump right in my computer and I'm not going to waste time. I'm just going to go jump right in and show you guys all the steps and how much it's really going to cost you. All right, see you inside. All right, guys. So I try to speed this whole process up, but I laid out the foundation, the basics, steps, or phases to start your Amazon FBA business. Okay, so again, I don't claim myself as a guru. I was a student. I learned this on my own, and I'm just trying to help other people understand how much each of these phases will cost you. So at the end of the day, we all care about how much money we have to put in to understand what we're going to get back, right? So anyways, without further ado, we're going to have a little bit of fun with this exercise because I try to be creative about this. So as you can see on the right, I have the dollar money bags. So the dollar signs of money bags. The single money bag is going to represent like $100 or less, okay? If it's two money bags, we're talking about a few $100s. And if it's three money bags, we're talking about a few $1,000s, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. I try to simplify it because there is no exact number. If you want to see the exact amount of money I actually spent, I have a video I'll put in the description which covers what it costs, right? What it actually personally cost me to start my Amazon business. All right, let's get started. So, very first step you have to do is create your own Amazon seller account. It's free for now to create one, but in order for you to do any type of advertising, and getting any type of inventory management, you're gonna have to upgrade to the premium seller account, okay? Which is gonna be about $40 a month, all right? So I'm gonna put that in there. Now, this is something that gets charged or deducted from your sales within Amazon, but again, it's money that takes away from your profit margin, all right? Something to consider. Next step is to establish your company and brand. If you don't want to create a company and be a sole proprietor, it's going to be a little bit challenging to get the premium account because you have to have a company name or some kind of company with it. But I can only speak to the US base. It varies state by state. It costs you a few $100s. So unfortunately, I'm sorry guys for those who are international. I don't really know much about it. I don't claim to know everything about it. So I'm really sorry, but I'm sure it will vary. So I'm going to put a few $100s here for company and branding, okay? You have to spend some money on branding, like logos and everything. Product research. You could do it on your own. You could try to be organic about it and try to be lucky. But you're going to need some research tools to evaluate the market. There are tools out there. There's a lot of free content out there. The courses cover this too. In fact, the courses cover every single one of these steps in far more detail. But I'm going to say it's going to cost you less than $100 to get some tools to help you with your product research. Okay? Suppliers and inventory. Obviously, contacting suppliers ain't gonna cost you much or at all. But the inventory, you were talking about ordering your samples and actually order your full-blown inventory. At the very high end, it's gonna cost you several $1,000s. As you can see it all over on YouTube, people talk about how much it really starts, to invest in inventory. A few $1,000s, okay? Inspection. The cheapest inspection I found is about $100 to $120, $180. So I'm gonna say it can cost you, because you might have to do it multiple times. In one of my videos, I actually had to do it twice. So that can cost you a few $100s right there, okay? And then product photography. Depending on how fancy you go, or if you know a friend that can help you out, I'm gonna say it can be pretty cheap, under $100 to get some professional photography in there, okay? Sorry for the overlap. Creating your listing and optimizing it. Creating a listing itself is free, but optimizing isn't. You have to get tools to find out the back-end keywords, evaluate your competitors. It gets pretty advanced. It's covered in a lot of free content and also in the course itself, but it's highly recommended to get a subscription or a tool that can help you find out the keywords that can help you out to compete against your competitors. So I'm gonna put one money bag there, okay? Product launch social proof. The big one. What happens when you have 0 reviews? No one's going to buy it. What happens when you're not on page 1? No one's going to see it. So product launch and social proof can cost you a pretty penny. It really depends on how you go about it. You can try to, because you're going to give away product. If you do giveaways, you're losing money. That's an investment. You need to get reviews, right, in order to do giveaways. You could be spending a lot of money on PPC and optimization. So let's just talk about product launch here. It can cost you, depending on how many products you give up, a few $100s, right? Because you have to have sales velocity in order to do that, because that's how Amazon looks at things, is that, they look at how many items you sell per day is what gets you ranked on page 1. Depends how aggressive you are. PPC setup and optimization. This is your pay-per-click campaigns within Amazon, okay? This is advertising spend. You're gonna need a tool, okay, to do the optimization, to help you figure out, the type of backend keywords again. And you could potentially have to pay for a service as a few $100s to manage the optimization for you. But I'm going to be safe and tell you that it's going to cost you probably a few $100s, right? If you want to do it right, this can cost you quite a bit just to optimize it, right? You can lose money with PPC, because the same thing with advertising is if you don't carefully monitor this, you can lose a lot of money, right? So think of it this way. If you spend, I don't know, say your product's $20 and you spend $20 in advertising for the one sale of $20, you pretty much didn't make anything from it. Does that make sense? So that's going to eat into your margin too. That's the money there. Facebook ads, same thing. This could be hundreds. It's the exact same thing. So you could either choose to do one or the other, okay? Or both. There's a lot of variables in here, guys, right? With advertising, tons of variables. So again, this is not set in stone. I just want you guys to get an idea where money is being spent or going towards, okay? So advertising, as you can tell, quite a bit. Email autoresponder is really cheap. That you need it to kind of respond to, not respond, but to send out emails when customers order their product, or when they receive their product, or when you're asking for reviews, okay? But as you can tell, I'm going to summarize it. Advertising overall, we're talking about thousands of dollars. If you add all these hundreds, it can potentially cost you thousands of dollars, okay? Overall. So that's why I said in my previous videos that I've been spending so much money, thousands, $1,000 to $2,000 when I first started with a very simple product, just on marketing, on PPC campaigns, and just optimizing it, okay? So as you can see, guys, literally every phase will either cost you money out of pocket or take money away from you or from your profits, okay? You just have to manage it. I think the upfront costs is at the minimum, each level you're gonna need to have some kind of tool, right? To help you optimize. Whether it's optimizing PPC, you need a tool for that. Product launch, you might leverage a service or do it organically through PPC, go really aggressive with PPC. Product photography, right? That's out of pocket. Inspection inventory, that's out of pocket. So literally in the very beginning, it's pretty much out of pocket. I think the initial stages of PPC will be out of your pocket. Eventually, when you start making sales, then it's going to get deducted from your sales. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, I put the section here on the right. It may not be all inclusive of everything, but this is the things I found myself spending a lot of time on. This is the maintenance. This is what you're going to be spending your time, okay? Time. Inventory management. You have to calculate when you need to replenish your inventory. Otherwise, you're going to lose rank if you don't keep up with your sales velocity. So you always have to keep that, keep an eye out on that. Customer service. You're doing emails. You're handling refunds, exchanges, reviews. Yes, all this, you can probably hire a VA, but in the earliest stages, how realistic is it for you to go and hire a VA? I don't know. It will vary by person, right? But me and my buddy, we've been doing this on our own, handling reviews, monitoring reviews. Any negative review, we make sure we try to address it. Amazon compliance. This is kind of a general statement because, Amazon has been shutting down the listings for various reasons, whether it's like defect rates or something really stupid, like something wrong with the image or something that's written on your listing itself. You're gonna spend some time to just stay compliant, or keeping an eye out of Amazon shutting down your listing because they do it without warning. So, all right, guys, I know this is not an exact science and numbers, but literally these are all ballpark where you're gonna be spending money in. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna jump on my computer and wrap this video up. All right, that's it, guys. So I really hope you guys found that little overview helpful, and that it gave you an idea what all the steps you need to do to start your Amazon business from start to finish at a very high level, right? And I'm sorry I don't have exact numbers, guys, but it's just really to give you a general idea how much each of those steps will end up costing you. Okay, at the end of the day, Amazon takes money. You got to be ready to dish out the cash. It's one of those things where you really have to think about it and plan ahead, right? I hate these things where people think it's like really easy, and like I got that impression watching YouTube. I'm sure you guys are getting that impression too, that it's really easy to start an Amazon business, but because people make it sound like it's easy. But if you don't have the capital, you can literally fail within the first month or two without realizing that you need to have some money to support the business, right? Just like any other business. I think at the end of the day, it's still cheaper than starting your own physical store, like your brick and mortar store. But to start your online business, if you have the capital, and you're hoping to make sales that can recoup some of those costs, it can definitely work in your favor. But at the end of the day, it's gonna cost you money. And I'm just trying to be real about it. So hopefully you guys really found this valuable, and that if you're really interested in the exact numbers that I personally spent, I'll provide a video somewhere around here that shows the breakdown of what I spent. Okay, it's my what it takes to how much money do you need to start with Amazon. Okay, so I have that video there, and that's pretty much it, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And consider subscribing, because I try to give out little tips and tricks again. Right now it's around Amazon, 'cause that's what I kind of know, and I've been exposed to it as a new Amazon seller. But I plan on giving other lessons as an entrepreneur. That's really the whole goal of this channel. So all right, guys, enough said. Have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.